Very good afternoon, everyone. What were we sorry? What were we discussing in the previous session? Sessions, right? Sessions is something that we were discussing in the previous session. So tell me, what is that we were able to do with the session? Sorry? Hello? What were we able to do? Sir, session. All right. Huh. So what did we do in a session yesterday? Hello? So if I have to tell you, there were two servlets yesterday. First one was called as login servlet, right? This was my servlet called as login servlet dot java. So this login servlet dot java went to the database, collected some information, all the information it had collected. Now this login servlet dot java was sending the control to one more servlet. This servlet was display servlet dot java. So what was the duty of this display servlet? Once it has reached the, once it has got the control, whatever the details that login servlet, whatever the details that login servlet whatever the details that login servlet had collected, it was the duty of display servlet to display it to the browser. Will you agree with me? It was the duty of display servlet to to display it to the browser. But where is the data? The data was present inside my login servlet dot java. So whatever the data that I had in one servlet file, I had to pass this data to another servlet file. And in order to pass this data from one servlet to another servlet, we made use of something called as a session. So I created a session. So HTTP session, if I have to be very specific, it is HTTP session. So I created a HTTP session. Whatever this data I had, I put it into this session. Then my display servlet got the data from the session and it displayed to the browser. It displayed to the browser. I hope you are able to understand this. So session basically, whenever data should move from one servlet to another servlet, or whenever data has to move from one file to another file, we will make use of a session. I hope it is clear. Any confusion here? Hello? Sure? All right. Sir, this is what we have understood with respect to our sessions, with respect to JEE till now. So tell me, just a quick revision of whatever we have understood in JEE till today. First and foremost thing, we have understood about how HTML files interact with HTML. Then how HTML files will send control to servlets. Then we have also understood about how servlets send control to HTML. We have also understood how servlets send control to servlets. See, while servlets have to send the control to a servlet, one thing we have already understood is they can do it in two ways. First one is by using a send redirect or by using request dispatcher. So when you are doing it by using a send redirect, you will not be able to send request and response. So in order to forward or include request and response, we will have to make use of request dispatcher. And then now we have also understood. See, data from HTML to HTML, it doesn't move. Data will move from HTML to servlet. From servlet to HTML also data doesn't move. Servlet to servlet data will move. And in order to handle this servlet to servlet data, we will make use of something called as a session. Is this clear till now? Hello? Sir, all this is clear till now. Sir, what is the next thing that we are going to do? So, the next thing that I want to do now is maybe a small edit operation I want to do. Yesterday I was having a employee database. In the employee, maybe I want to give an option called as edit password. Usually whenever you go to any application, you will have login, register, forgot password. Edit password is nothing but forgot password only is what I am trying to do here. So if I have to tell you, this is my table which I had. Will you agree with me? This is my table that I have. Whatever is there inside this table, if you remember, I have EMP ID, EMP name, email, password, designation and salary. Now, based on the email ID of the user, I want to update the password. Based on the email ID of the user, I want to update the password. Can I do it? Yes. So for this, what I will do is I will ask, maybe there is one page, let's assume. The name of this page is reset pwd.html. Sir, what will reset pwd.html do? It is going to ask the user to enter email. So the user has to enter an email. Then I will also ask the user, please enter the new password. I'll ask the user to enter new password. See, you would have seen this whenever the user is entering a password. Most of the applications will ask you to confirm the password. Why? Just to confirm, saying that you remember the password actually. Sometimes I'll simply close my eyes, I'll enter some password. Will I remember it? So the application wants to make sure whatever the password that you are entering, you remember the password, so it will say it as confirm password. And then I will give one button here which I will call it as change password. I hope you are able to understand this. Right? I have a reset password.html where I will enter email, password and confirm password. And I am going to hit on the change password button. So now, sir, as soon as the user is going to hit on this change password, what should happen, sir? Immediately, I will call one servlet. The name of this servlet is change password.java. What will change password.java do? First and the foremost thing, it will collect both password and confirm password. So it will collect both password and confirm password. It will check whether they both are same or no. Yes or no? They both should be same. If and only if they are same, then it will move ahead. Assuming that if the passwords are not same. So what has to happen? Maybe if password is true, what will happen? If password is false, what will happen? If the password is false, I will call one file. What is this file if you ask me? It is password mismatch.html. It is password mismatch.html, where I will say, boss, whatever the password and confirm password you have entered, they do not match. Please re-enter the password and confirm password. Is that clear? Hello? Sir, once the password and confirm password are same, then what should I do, sir? If it is same, then I will say, now get the email ID. Maybe you can just see here, I will put this in different color. Now I am going to get the email ID, and here now I will write a query by saying update employee table set password is equal to question mark, where email is equal to question mark. Can I run this? Hello? What is the outcome that I will have? I will either have 0 as a return type or 1 as a return type. If 0 is entered, I will call failure.html. If 1 is entered, I will call success.html. Can I do this? Hello? Can I try doing this? Okay. So in order to do this, I will have to get into my Eclipse. So let me just share my Eclipse screen here. Okay. So in this I need to now create a project. Tell me, how will I create a project? Right click, new, dynamic web project. I have to give all this information, then select next, next, and say add a deployment descriptor. This is one way of creating a project. This is one way of creating a project. Tell me, if I create a project like this, will you agree with me? I have to download a jar file and upload it. Yes. What jar file? MySQL jar file. I need to download the jar file and I need to upload it. What is MySQL jar? I told you it is a driver. MySQL jar is a driver. Will you agree with me? See, basically, if I just have to tell you, there are 4 types of drivers which we come across. The first one is called as a type 1, type 2, type 3 and type 4. So there are 4 types of driver. So whatever the driver that I am using now, it is called as a type 3 driver. It is called as the type 3 driver. So what is the disadvantage of type 3 driver? You need to keep it with you every time you are writing a JDBC program. You need to download, you need to upload, which means you need to carry it wherever you go. I hope you are able to understand this. See, there is a possibility that you have internet connection to your laptops, you will download it. What if you are put into an environment where there is no internet connectivity, or you cannot download external resources? In such a case, what will happen is you will have to carry it in a pen drive everywhere you go. Java developer should have one pen drive with him always. I hope you are able to understand this. To avoid this, we have something called as type 4 driver. Type 4 driver is on-the-go driver is what we call it. Which means all you will do is some link related to the driver. You will include it in your project. Once you run your project only will download the required files and it will execute. Right? So how will I use the type 4 driver, sir? For that, you will have to understand, you need to use something called as a Maven project. You will have to use something called as a Maven project. Sir, how will I create a Maven project? I just want you to understand here. I'll right click. I'll tell it as new. What are the types of projects that you are seeing here? Project, application client project, connector project, dynamic web project, EJB project, dynamic web, Maven project is not visible. So I'll go to other. In other, I will now search by saying Maven. Can you see I'm able to have Maven project from SCM, check out Maven project from SCM, Maven module or Maven project. So I want to create a Maven project, so I will select Maven project, then I will tell it here as next. So it is asking me, select project name and location. So some information I need to select, rather, it is saying use default workspace location, okay. Then it is also having one option called as create a simple project. Create a simple project. So I will click on this. Create a simple project. Okay, sir. Now I will click on next. It is asking you some information. Can you see information? It is asking you group ID, artifact ID. Group ID is more or less a package name. What should be the type of package? I will say the package name as com.tap.acad. com.tap.acad I will say. Artifact ID it will ask. Maybe I will say it as, I guess it is my 4th project. Maybe I will say update password project. I'll write it as update password. So what is artifact ID? Artifact ID is nothing but the project name. Group ID is the package name that you want. I hope you are able to understand this. Any confusion? And below that, if you see, there is something called as packaging. Packaging, it is saying the packaging is jar packaging. Am I creating a regular Java project? It is not a regular Java project. Will you agree with me? So if it is a regular Java project, you will select jar. See, some of you, when you want to practice JDBC, you can create a project like this. Here you will select the packaging as jar. It is a Java archive packaging. But what is the application that I am developing? A web-based application. Will you agree with me? So I will have to select a packaging called as var packaging. I will use jar or var. Now I will tell it here as finish. So you can see update password. I have got one project here. If you look at this project, you can see there is some information, some files available inside this already. Right? So what are the files that I have inside this? There is src main Java, src main web app. So web app is where you created your front end files earlier, you remember? Yes. And also there is no web.xml. No web.xml, sir. Rather, you can see there is one new XML file that you have here. It is called as pom.xml. Pom.xml. I'll just open this pom.xml. In this pom.xml, this is the information that I have. In pom.xml, this is the information that I have. Sir, what is that we are going to do in this pom.xml? Tell me, in my project, am I going to interact with the database? Will I interact with the database? I have to update the password. Yes or no? Which means I need a MySQL connector. MySQL connector, all these days, how was I adding it to my project? As a jar file. I used to download it and add it. But now I will not add it like this. I will go to the internet. I will get some details about the MySQL connector. You can see here. I will go to internet. Tell me, where is that I want to add my MySQL connector details? Into my project, into my Maven project. Will you agree with me? Hello? So for my Maven project to execute, it is depending on some details about MySQL. Will you agree with me? Such information are called as dependencies. For my Maven project to execute, there is some dependency. I hope you are able to understand this. So you can see here, I will say, boss, I am going to include some dependencies. What is the first dependency? The first dependency is MySQL connector or the MySQL connector jar. So I will go to one website where I will say here as Maven dependency. As soon as I say Maven dependency, you can see there is a first website or a first link which you will get, which is mvnrepository.com. So you will get a first repository called as mvnrepository.com. I will go to this Maven repository. In this, tell me what is the dependency that I now want? MySQL. Will you agree with me? So I will search here as, boss, I want MySQL dependency. Did you get it? MySQL connector / J. So I will go select this MySQL connector / J. You can see there are so many versions of MySQL dependency available. What are the versions? MySQL 9.0, 8.4, 8.3, 8.2, 8.1, 8.033, 8.032, 8.031. So maybe I am using 8, MySQL 8 is what we are using. So I will use something in 8.02 or 032 or 031, something like this. I will use 8.032. If I click on this, you can see it is saying who created this jar file or who created this dependency. Oracle has created it. And it will also say when was this last updated. It was last updated in January 18th, 2023. And the home page for this MySQL connector, some link, everything it would be giving. If you can come down a little below, it is giving you some options. It is saying, boss, if you are using a Maven project, copy this dependency. If you are using a Gradle project, copy this dependency. If you are using Gradle Short, Gradle Kotlin, use these dependencies. So all these are project architectures. When I say Maven project is an architecture of your project. See, if you remember, while I was creating a normal Java project, which was my normal Java project? Bank transfer, I guess this was a normal Java project. Okay. So it is a normal JDBC project, core Java project only. So you can see here the architecture, it is having JRE system library, SRC, reference libraries and a library folder which I had created. This was one type of architecture. Then I created something called as a dynamic web project. Register module was a dynamic web project. So you can see you have deployment descriptor, JX, WS web services, then Java resources, reference libraries, build path, then SRC. You can see this is a different architecture of your file structure. In the same way, when I create a Maven project also, the architecture will be different. Similarly, there are other forms of architecture also, which is Gradle or Gradle Short, Gradle Kotlin. You know, all these are other architecture types. I am using Maven architecture. So you can see it is saying, boss, this is the dependency starting from the dependency tag to the end of the dependency tag. I don't even have to say Control C. If I just click on it, it would have got copied. You can see here copied to clipboard is what it says. I will come back to my project. Within the dependencies tag, I am going to paste it. I hope you are able to understand this. Within the dependencies tag, I have pasted it. So what does it say? It is saying, boss, com.mysql, MySQL connector jar, I want to use it. So as of now, if I just have to show you, you can see Java resources, deployed resources, okay. So now one thing I need to do is whenever I add any dependency, did I download this MySQL dependency? I just copied some link, I put it. Who has to download it? My Eclipse will download it for me now. Sir, how will it download? See, usually, automatically it will keep downloading. In case, if it is still not able to download it, you can right click on your project, go to Maven, you will see an option here called as Maven. Go to Maven and then say here as update project. When I click on this update project, I want you to look at this right corner, there will be some download that will start. I want you to just observe it. So I will click on update and I will say yes, update this project. On the right corner, I don't know, it was very quick. So some percentage will run, which is nothing but it is downloading the required details. It has downloaded the required details. And now once this is ready, I'll right click on my project. I will say I need a new HTML file where I will say the name of this HTML file as reset pwd.html. I will finish this. So I have a reset password. I will say it as reset pwd. So I will simply write one h1 tag as reset page. Let me see if I'll be able to execute this first, then I will make changes. I'll run my code. I'll select Tomcat. I will say always use the server. Finish. So you can see I have the reset page. From here the rest of the code you anyways know. Let me try writing that code as well. Right, come on, help me now. What should I write? Form, next. FORM, okay. I'll have to ask the user to enter email. Then there is one input tag where I will say input type is equal to text, name is equal to email. See, again, yesterday also I had a couple of students. Instead of writing this as name, you wrote it as placeholder. And the students were like, sir, I'm getting null, I'm getting null. You should be very careful. It should be name. Okay, name I have entered. Email I have entered. Then I'll also have to ask the user to enter password. Type is password. And the name I'm going to call it as password. In the same way, I also need a confirm password where the type is password and the name is C password I will write. I'll write it as C password. Then I need one button, submit button. So I'll remove this text. I will say here as submit, and instead of name it has to be value. And what is the value? Reset password. Reset password is the value. Alright, now the user will click on this. Where should the control go? It should go to some servlet, sir. What is the servlet? I will map it by saying servlet action is equal to reset pwd, I will say, and method is equal to, I will use post method. I hope it is clear. Okay. Now the user is going to click on this reset password. Once the user clicks on this reset password, what is method? Okay, THOD. Okay. I will now write. See, whenever there is some facial expressions only, I should understand some mistake I have done. He's already turning behind. Some mistake he's done. Nobody is seeing. Anyways, okay. So I will now right click. I will ask for a new servlet. What is the servlet? package com dot tab dot acad. What is the name of the class? Reset password, I will say. You can see I will finish this. You can see there is a servlet which has got created called as the reset password servlet. So I will just remove all of this. So there is some error, Java X, there is a problem because it will be using Control Shift O. Add, okay. Create, fix this project setup. See, the problem is I am creating a Maven project which is a recent kind of project. But what I am using is I am using Java X servlet. But today they are called as Jakarta servlets. Right? 2017 Java EE has changed to Jakarta Enterprise Edition. So it has to be Jakarta. Since I am using Java X, it is saying please add a couple of them. So if you see, if I just say here as Control Z, oh, I guess I added them already. But anyways, next time I'll show it to you. It will say fix this project. You are using Java X. You fix this project saying yes, Java X only I'm using. Right? Okay. Now tell me, how will I indicate this reset password is a servlet? By using an annotation @web servlet annotation. Web servlet, I will have to say the mapping for this /reset password /reset password. Okay sir, now the control has reached reset password. What is that you are going to do here? I will say I will write the init method. In the init method, what is that I have to write? I will go into my previous project which is register. I will go into my Java file here, com.tab.register, insert employee. I will copy all of this. The init method completely, I will just copy it. I will bring it here. I will paste it here. So string I need to update now. Tell me what is it? Update employee set password is equal to question mark where email is equal to question mark. Okay sir, init method is over. What next sir? Sorry? If I want, I can write the service method now. I showed it to you yesterday. What will happen if I write the service method directly? But today I will keep service method as inherited method. I will override do post method. Why do post? Because the user has told the method as post. So I will say I will write a do post method. Right? So okay sir, in this do post method, what is that we are going to do? Tell me, connection is established, prepare statement is ready. What should I first do? To set the data, first of all I need to get the data. Simply I cannot run this query. First of all I need to see whether the user has entered the correct password and confirm password. Only if password and confirm password are same, that is when I will let the user to go ahead and talk to the database. Or else why should I simply waste my time to go to the database, then come back saying, oh, this email only was not there or this password were not correct. So for this, first and foremost, I will get the password. So I will say here as string password is equal to request dot get parameter of password. Correct? I will get the password. What next? Sir, once you have got the password, now confirm password also I need to get. Now I will say I want to compare if what? Password equals confirm password. This is how I will write. If I write like this, what will happen? Sorry? It will give me, will it give me false or will it give me true? Why? It is comparing references. So assuming that if both the strings are same, where will they be created? I want you to check this. You remember, string will either be created in a constant pool or a non-constant pool. So I want you to check what will happen if I create it like this. Will it be created in a constant or a non-constant pool? How will you see if it is created in a constant pool? If this is a true, if the reference address is true, it means it is in the constant pool. I want you to check it, but I will not use it. I don't want to risk. I will say equals password dot equals confirm password. If it is true, what has to be done? I will see about it. In the else case, I will say response dot send redirect. Where do you want to send the redirect to? Password pwd mismatch dot html. Password mismatch dot html. Sir, if password is same, sir, now I will collect the email ID. How will I collect email ID? Maybe on the top I would declare these variables, string password, confirm password also I will declare it here. So string email password C password. So I will come here, I will simply say boss, write it here as a password, confirm password. Now I will say email is equal to, what is the email? Request dot get parameter of email. Once I have got the email, now I will set email and password into the question marks. So I will say pstmt dot set string. Where do I want to set the string? Into the first question mark. What is the string that I want to set? First question mark, what is it? Where is the string? First question mark is password. So I will set either C password or password I can set. Why is it giving me an error? Oh, try catch. Okay. So within this do post only I will write try catch completely. Right? E dot print stack trace. Okay, sir. pstmt dot set string of 1 comma password. Now the same thing. pstmt dot set string of 2 comma email. 2 comma email. I hope you are able to understand this. And now tell me, is your password and email correct? Hello? Sir, I have set the details, sir. Now I have to run my query. In order to run the query, what will I do? I will say pstmt dot execute update. Can you tell me what will execute update give me? Integer value which is x. Tell me, anyways I have checked the password, no? Is there a possibility of getting 0 as output? Password anyways I have confirmed. Sir, what if email ID is not present in the database, sir? What row will it affect, sir? 0 rows. So that is the reason I am saying it will give me 0 or 1, because some of you may have a doubt. Sir, anyways password I am verifying. Password I am anyways verifying, sir. Why should I collect and see whether it is success or failure? I will simply call success page. Simply you cannot call success page, because what if the user is entered the email ID wrong? I hope you are able to understand this. So now here I will say if x double equal to 0. If x double equal to 0, it is failure. So response dot send redirect. I want to send a redirect to forward slash failure dot html. In the else case, I will say I want to call success.html. See, now there are three more files which I need to create. One is failure.html, success.html and password mismatch.xhtml. I will not create them. I will show you which file is called, what should be your output, I will show it to you. So anyways, I will now just save my code. Is there some error anywhere? Sorry? Okay. Semicolon. Okay. I have saved it. Sorry? Forward slash. Okay. This forward slash I will need to remove. Okay. Now I will just save it. I will go to my reset password.html. I will run my code. Alright. So you can see it is asking me to enter email ID. I will enter the email ID as rahul@gmail.com. Password I want to update it to 123. Confirm password I should enter. Is my password and confirm password same? Then which file will I call? Password mismatch.html. It should now give you an error saying, boss, password mismatch.html, I am not able to find it. I hope you are able to understand. I will click here, it will say reset password not available. It is not able to get the servlet only. Reset password, web servlet. It is not able to get the servlet. What is the architecture of my code now? Sorry. This is my project SRC main web app WebInf. Okay, WebXML is there now. Cancel. Why is reset password.html not accessible? Let me remove this forward slash and try. Stop the server. Go back to reset password.html. It is saying unavailable. Why is it treating this? Sorry? See, it's not about deleting or anything. It's not about it, man. Project facets. The origin server did not find the current representation. Main. One second. No, HTML file is there. I put it here. All right. So this should just be because of the file structure in that case. It is saying the servlet is not accessible. I'll check this what could be the reason, but it is more about the positioning of your HTML file. In my register, where was it present? It was under web-inf, web app only, right? Here also it is under web app only. No, reset password is calling reset password. So I'll just rectify this what could be the problem, but hello. All right. So this could be a problem of the project architecture also. I'll just see what could be the problem anyways. It is not able to call this, and any problem on the console, no problem on the console as well. So basic thing is your servlet is not visible or accessible is what it says. What is the reason for this? Web.xml. All right. So you can see here. Hello. In the web.xml, what is happening is I did not create any mapping. Rather, the mapping has got created on its own here. Can you see? So based on this, I will rename the web servlet here as /reset password, or I will remove away this @web servlet, because anyways in the web.xml it has got created. So I will go to the reset password. Here I will say I want to call reset password. Why? Because in the web.xml the URL pattern is reset password. So let me just save it now, go back. Rahul@gmail.com, password 123, confirm password 123456. Do I have an account called as Rahul? So yes, Rahul is there. Anyways, even if Rahul is there, the problem is password and confirm password does not match, right? So you can see here, I will click here as reset password. So now it is saying password mismatch.html. So one problem was when I was creating the servlet in the web.xml, it is by default creating the mapping. So I don't want to create that mapping. In case if you don't want to create that mapping, you can go to your web.xml, you can delete this mapping here, you can just select this servlet mapping and you can just remove it away, and then you can use whatever pattern you want, and in the web servlet you can write it. I hope you understand this, but by default whenever any servlet I create in your Maven project, automatically it will only map it to the servlets. Automatically it will map it to the servlets. So previously I was calling reset password, but it was checking in the web.xml. So it was saying, boss, it is not available, it is not available. Right? Okay, sir. Now I will enter the correct password, sir. You can see rahul@gmail.com 123. Is it correct? What should I be calling now? Success page. Before I call the success page, what is the password for Rahul? 12345. If I now go back, if I reset the password, it will call success.html. If I go back, if I refresh, you can see password has changed to 123. Now I will say I am going to change a password for one more user. Who is this user? I will say rahul123@gmail.com and password 123, confirm password 123. So tell me one thing, do I have any account which is having the email ID as Rahul123? Then what should I get? I will get failure.html. Will you agree with me? Sure. Let me see now. I will run my reset password and you can see it is calling failure.html. Is this clear? Any confusion here? Hello? So how to create and use a Maven project? I hope it is clear. How to create and use a Maven project. I hope it is clear. Right. So having understood this, tell me one thing. When I say I am writing a JEE application, what does this application, what does it mean? I am having two parts in this application. The first part is called as the client side and the second part is called as the server side. Will you agree with me? So I will have client side and server side. Will you agree? Sir, what is that I want to understand now? Is, tell me what will the client do? Client will send a request in the form of URL pattern. Client will send a request in the form of URL pattern. Where will the client send the request to? It will send the request to the server. What will the server do? Server will give a response. Server will give a response. So what do you mean by a response? Sir, server will display some information to the client, sir. Hello? Displaying some information to the client is one type of response. What your server can also do, some small amount of data, the server will bring and keep it on the browser. Server will take some small amount of data and place it onto the browser. Why will it place it, sir? So that next time when you visit, your information or your interest, it will already know. So it can customize and display you some information. This small amount of data, whatever your server can write on to the client browser, is only called as cookies. You would have seen this whenever you visit any website. You will have one small pop-up saying, this website uses cookies. Do you want to accept it? Or do you want to reject? When you say reject all cookies, you will get one more pop-up. We cannot personalize and show you information because you are not allowing us to write cookies onto your system. I hope you are able to understand this. So you would have done this, you go to Amazon. Maybe on Amazon, you will search for shoes. Then you will say, oh, shoes I have seen, I don't want to buy now. You will say, I will revise Java. You will go hit, Java encapsulation concept or multi-threading. You will go to some website, Java T-Point or Geek for Geeks or some website. You will start reading. On the right side, you will see some advertisements. Only shoes you will start seeing. Why? When you went to Amazon, when you searched for shoes, Amazon wrote that cookie onto your browser. Now, whatever the cookies are present on your system, there is something called as Google Ads. Google will read those cookies. and now say, this person is interested in shoes. This person is interested in shoes. It will give it to Flipkart, it will give it to Myntra, it will give it to Ajio. Now all these people will come on your browser. Shoes, 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 shoes. I hope you're able to understand this. How does all this work? You would have observed this, nowadays, so after all of this, even if you talk about it, you will see in your ads. You will have to observe, so many people will have their webcam, microphone of laptop, but they would have plastered it. Why? Because your devices are always listening to you. You talk something, in 1 or 2 days you will see an ad about it. Why? Because this is how it is working. And in that you went and searched. Will the companies leave you? Shoe, 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 they'll say. I hope you are able to understand this. So how is it possible? It is possible by using something called as cookies. For example, let me try to go to this browser. Oh, sorry, I'm not sharing my screen. Let me go to this browser, maybe let me go, okay, this is one page, one website, let's assume. I want to see whether is there any cookies this website has written. Did I write any cookies? No. So how will I see if the cookies are present, sir? I'll go to this settings here. You can find it here in, right click, inspect. In inspect, you can go here to application. In application, you will see there is a section called as cookies. So I will click on cookies here. So this website, which is localhost 8080, does it write any cookies? Is any information present here? No information is present here, which means there are no cookies which is written. I hope you are able to understand. Now I will open some website. Let's go to Thai platform, thai.dirtapacademy.com. Let me log in. Password is wrong. User not found. What happened? Okay, some other user. Okay. Now I am in the Thai platform. Now I want to see whether this website writes any cookies or not. So I will right click, or right click is disabled. Control Shift I or Control I. What is it for inspect? Control Shift I doesn't open. Settings. Oh, how do I inspect? Shortcut for inspect. Windows Control Shift C. Who told I? You learnt HTML? In that you would have inspected, no? Control Shift C. Performance, application, cookies. Oh, sir, so many cookies, sir. So one is JWT, which is a token, and some information, see, so that we can use it for various other things. For example, you may have to click on that submit button to see if the code works. So for that, some cookie will be there. In this way, some information we will have kept it, so that whenever we want, we can bring it from the cookie and we can look at it. I hope you are able to understand this. So in this way, most of the websites will make use of cookies. Maybe here I was in Maven. Let me go to right click, inspect, application, cookies. You can say I did not ask it anything. It also started writing some cookies here. I hope you are able to understand this. Right? So, sir, we are able to see that, there are so many websites that will create a cookie and write it onto my browser. How will I create a cookie, sir? I also want to create a cookie, and I also want to paste it or place it onto the user screen, sir. Right? So let us assume now for the same project, when the user is saying reset password, what I want to do is I want to create some cookie, place that cookie onto the browser, right? Create some cookie and place it onto the browser. For that, maybe first and foremost, I will create that success.html page. So I will just go back, I'll right click, I'll tell it here as new HTML page as success.html. Maybe I will say this as success page. Right. Sir, when do you want to create a cookie, sir? I want to create a cookie and paste it only when the password is updated. Only after password is updated, I want to place a cookie. Is that clear? Hello? What cookie do you want to place, sir? First thing, if you want, you can create any information and paste. One string also you can take and paste. Maybe I want to fetch the details of the user and paste it. I want to take the details of the user and place it onto the browser as a cookie. How will I do it? Maybe once it is successful here, so I will run one query to fetch details. So what is the query? I would have written the query here as string fetch is equal to select star from employee where email is equal to question mark. Anyways, email I have collected. So based on the email, I want to fetch the details. So you can see here, I will just stop this, okay. Where is it? If before I call the success.html, in the else part, I will say pstmt dot prepare con dot prepare statement of what is the statement? Fetch. I am going to prepare this statement. It will give me pstmt. I will collect it in pstmt is equal to con dot prepare statement of fetch. Now I will say pstmt dot set string of 1 comma email. Once I have this, I will say here as res is equal to pstmt dot execute query. Execute query will give me a result set. Res cannot be, okay. Create a field res. Res is now created. Now I will say while res is equal to, res dot next is equal, while res dot next is equal to true, what should I do? If res dot next is true, then I will say bring the details. What details you want? String name is equal to res dot get string of emp name. If I am not wrong, the column was emp name only. Designation and salary. Only these three information I want to set it as a cookie. So name I have brought. Then I will bring DSIG and salary. Get string of DSIG and salary is integer data. Get int of salary, store it inside integer salary. Any confusion? Hello? Now what do I want to do with this? EMP name, designation and salary. What do I want to do? Sorry? Create a cookie. Let me create a cookie here. So I will say cookie type C1 is equal to new cookie. C was K. Okay. Control Shift O. Java X servlet cookie is what I will import. You can also see there was an option called as Jakarta X servlet cookie as well. Java and Jakarta, I am using Java X. Okay. Sir, now I have a cookie, but there is some error for the cookie, sir, because your cookie will expect two information. The first one, similar to your servlet, it will expect one name and detail. First one is what? I want to set a cookie as name, and then name I have it inside my variable called as name. So I will set it like this. Cookie C1 is equal to new cookie of name comma name. In the same way, two more cookies I will create. What is the second cookie? C2 and C3. C2 is nothing but designation and designation. Then salary and salary. I will write it like this. So any confusion here? So it will expect some integer. So it will expect the details as integer only. Let me store it as res.getString of salary. I'll be able to get it. So you don't have to worry, sir, in the database I have written it as integer, will I be able to get? I will be able to get it, don't worry. So cookie will only expect string values. If you have int, again you need to convert it into string and store it. Right? Okay, sir, now I have these cookies. What will I do with these cookies? I will say C1 dot. There should be a method called as set add or set C1 dot get commit, get max age, get name, get path, get value, set there is no add. Okay, response dot set cookie or add cookie, response dot add cookie. Okay, sorry, because it is a response that I am doing, I should be saying it as response dot add cookie. Add the cookies C1, C2 and C3. Right. So I will be able to set the cookie and then I am redirecting it to success.html. Is that clear? So tell me, if this program executes, if I go into the cookies section, how many cookies should I be able to find? I should be able to find 3 cookies. Will you agree with me? Yes. So let me try to do this. I'll go to the reset password, run my code. This time again I will change the password for Rahul. Rahul's password was 123 earlier. Now I will make it as ABCD. ABCD. Okay. Now I will say reset password. You can see it is the success page. This is not what I am interested in. I am interested whether really cookie is created or no. So I will right click, inspect. I will go to the application, cookies. If I click on this, you can see designation is the developer, name is Rahul, salary is 20,000. See, no doubt, in reality, in the industry like this, cookies nobody will create. They will create a cookie which is encrypted. As of now, whatever I was showing it to you on the Maven website or on our Thai platform, all that is encrypted information. We will take that encrypted information, decrypt it to see whether it is a valid user or no. I hope you are able to understand this. Hello? And now the question is, sir, how long will this cookie be present, sir? I will copy this URL. I will close that. I will come back, paste this URL. Now I want to see whether the cookie information will be present or no. Go to application, cookies. It is present, sir. How long will it be present, sir? As long as you stop the server, restart the server, now I will go back to the browser. I will refresh the success page. Still data is there, sir. Hello? Are you able to understand what I am trying to tell you here? Look at this. Copy, paste, inspect. Sir, then this is a problem, sir. I used my email on my friend's laptop. Now my cookies are all set in his laptop, sir. Using cookies you can try to decrypt information and you can try hacking also. You will have some secret information there, you can try it. Then should I not open my account anywhere else apart from my mobile, sir? See, this is not how it is. Whenever somebody is creating a cookie, they will create an expiration also for that cookie. Once the user logs out, delete all the cookies. I hope you are able to understand this. Sir, but here I don't have logout or any operation like that, sir. In such a case, you can set how much time do you want this cookie to be present here. Do you want it to be there for 1 minute? Do you want it to be there for 15 minutes? Do you want it to be here for, let's say, 20 minutes? Half an hour, 1 hour, 1 day, 2 days, 2 hours, 4 hours? I hope all of you have taken the employability test. Employability, you have given a test. See, officially you were eligible to take employability. I don't know how many it took. Because did I take? Why is he saying all of you have taken? See, officially you are allowed to take, but I don't know how many were. I know students will bunk. Saturday employability is there, sir. Friday only we will not come to class. You are expecting us to come on Saturday and write an exam. So, forget about employability also. Any test when you take, you will see there will be an option for saying this test will only be there for 1 hour. After 1 hour the test will automatically end. You would have seen such test. What he is doing is he will take one cookie, paste it here. He will say 1 hour is a lifetime. After 1 hour this cookie will be deleted. As soon as the cookie is deleted, when you click on submit, it will check is cookie information available. Cookie information is not available, it will say time over. I hope you are able to understand this. Sir, can I make this cookie also be present for 1 hour, sir? You can do it. But 1 hour, will you wait and see whether cookie will be deleted after 1 hour? Sir, keep it for 1 minute, sir. Right? So what I will do is I will go back to my application now. I will stop my server. I will go to the place where I have created the cookie. Tell me, what do you want now? I want some timing for the cookies, sir. I will say, boss, cookie C1. When you are created, there is a age limit for you. It is only called as maximum age for a cookie. So I will say C1 dot set max age. So what does it say? Set max age is going to expect integer value. Set max age is going to expect integer value, and what is this integer? Sets the maximum age in seconds for the cookie. So maybe I will say set max age as 60 seconds. What does it mean? 1 minute. In the same way, C2, C3. C2 I will say the age is 90 seconds. If everything are deleted at once, what will you see? So 1, 1, 1, 1, let them go away. Then 120. Okay. So now let me run my code, rerun my code, rerun my project. Go to the profile. Here I will say it as rahul@gmail.com. Now one more password. 1111. 1111 is the password. Before that, sir, first of all, show us the cookies. Application, cookie. So anyways, cookie is already present. I will reset the password now. A new cookie is written. Count the seconds. 5 seconds, 6, 7, 8, 10. I'll keep refreshing this. Nobody had a stopwatch at least? You kept it, is it? Oh. Is 1 minute over? How much? 30. It is 10 seconds late. 1 minute over. Now another 30 seconds, please. I will refresh. Over. Another 30 seconds, this also will go away. I hope it is clear. Any confusion? Sure. And now where will it be used? When you open your net banking account, 15 minutes is the limit. After 15 minutes, automatically it will ask you to re-log in. The same concept is what they are using there also. As soon as you log in, they will create one cookie, put it into the browser. After 15 minutes, it will be deleted. Again, you have to re-log in. So 30 seconds is over. Got it. Is that clear? Yes, please. So this is about something called as cookies. I hope it is clear. So what are cookies? Cookies are information that the server will try to write it onto the client system. Server will try to write some information onto the client system. I hope it is clear. Alright then, I'll halt my session here for today. I'll see you in tomorrow's session. Project will be there. Alright. Thank you so much everybody.